Here's a topic we're sure no one has a strong opinion about. Who is the greatest Starfleet captain? To set some boundaries, we're going to limit the choices to each series' main captain.
I love this job.
And not include one-offs,
I would appreciate any suggestions you might have.
stopgaps,
Looks like you have some work to do.
nor alternate realities or simulations as much as we love this version of Riker.
I said shut up! As in close your mouth and stop talking.
That still leaves us with a bounty of choices, and honestly an argument could be made for any of them. Well, maybe not Captain Freeman of the USS Cerritos. I mean, she turned out to be an effective captain in the end, but it's hard to become a legend on a second-tier starship. For the rest of them, we'll use process of elimination, in no particular order. Let's start with Captain Pike. This is the captain we know the least about on the list.
Hidden.
But what we do know we like. A compassionate and effective captain that truly embodies the best of Starfleet and always chooses diplomacy over confrontation. He's also one hell of a cook. Now, where he loses us is that aversion to confrontation. Perhaps we shouldn't hold choices in an alternate reality against him, but in the episode A Quality of Mercy, when faced with the same Romulan confrontation that Kirk encountered in Balance of Terror, his desire to compromise throws the Federation into a war that has it on the brink of extinction.
This is end of the world stuff.
Not great, Bob. Chris. Michael Burnham had a circuitous route to the captain's chair. Originally a hotshot first officer, she disobeys her captain, plunges the Federation into a war with the Klingons, is sentenced to life imprisonment, gets let out at the behest of an evil mirror universe doppelganger, is eventually pardoned, and finds her way to the captain's chair. She had many victories in both battle and diplomatically, but what eliminates her for us is getting her crew stranded 800 years in the future. Yes, we know it was to save the galaxy and the crew made their own choice, but still. And having Discovery Spore Drive was a bit of a cheat code, wasn't it? Someone who did not have any cheat codes was Starfleet's first deep space captain, Jonathan Archer.
Let's go.
There's no denying the dude laid the groundwork for everyone that came after him, and his ragtag crew was surprisingly effective in exploring their small piece of the galaxy despite often being in way over their heads. And while Archer stands above all others in areas of diplomacy as one of the leading voices in the formation of the Federation, as a captain his naivete led to some costly blunders, not the least of which being handing the Klingons advanced technology.
What kind of technology?
Which may have included a cloaking device. Oopsie. Kirk obviously has a strong case, saved the galaxy on numerous occasions, and he may have had the greatest gut instincts in the history of Starfleet, and he knew it. That confidence in his intuition got the Enterprise out of many sticky situations, but also made him impulsive and quick to flout the rules, leading to his eventual demotion.
You were demoted
Yes.
for insubordination.
On occasion, I have disobeyed orders.
One specific incident that we just can't get past is from the episode The Paradise Syndrome. Sure, his memories are erased by an alien object, and he probably shouldn't be held fully responsible for his actions, but he taints this fledgling culture that believes him to be a god when he saves a drowning boy's life, then falls in love with and impregnates a woman he causes to later be stoned to death. Yikes. Probably the most underrated captain on the list, Benjamin Sisko proved his acumen as a diplomat, serving as the Bajoran emissary to the Prophets, as well as his aptitude to lead in times of war. He also gets extra credit for punching Q, and we give him a pass for tricking the Romulans to join the war effort against the Dominion. Each captain has their controversial calls. Looking at you in the Tuvix incident, Captain Janeway. But what we can't overlook is the time he essentially created a mass extinction event because of his vendetta against former security officer Eddington and the Maquis. That's strike 1, 2, and 3, Ben.
You're out of here! What?
Also in the underrated category is Captain Janeway, who gets so many bonus points for keeping her crew not just surviving, but thriving, half a galaxy away from the Federation without any backup or access to the supply chain. She brokered an improbable alliance with the Borg, and then handed the Borg Queen her worst defeat, demonstrating ultimate skill in both diplomacy and military conflict. Where Janeway fumbles the ball at the 1-yard line is by violating every temporal directive possible, by essentially creating an alternate reality to bring her crew home early and save the life of 7 of 9. Admirable, but how many countless lives were altered by this choice? Pretty much all of them. For those of you paying attention, that leaves just one captain standing.
John Luck Pickard.
Let's try that one more time.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Federation Starship Enterprise.
He had his own atrocity, and it was a pretty big one, Wolf 359, but he wasn't exactly himself during that incident.
I am Locutus of Borg.
And he spent years haunted by the experience. Smart and thoughtful, he outwitted many an adversary and was not afraid to get his hands dirty as well. He might not have been as warm and fuzzy as some of the other captains, or as fun off the bridge, but in terms of the loyalty and respect of his crew, few can even come close to matching him. And for good reason. He was never afraid to put himself on the line when one of his crew needed him most, whether it be Data's status as an individual, or Worf having to answer for his father's alleged crimes. So we salute you, Captain Picard, our choice for greatest Starfleet captain in history. What about you? Who's your choice?
This is the way.
We'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video,
Make it so.
be sure to share, like, and subscribe for more insightful analysis and positive vibes. Coming to you from the final frontier and a galaxy far, far away. Live long, and may the Force be with you.